Good afternoon, DHS students. I hope you've all had a fantastic day. I want to talk to you a little bit about something we have going on this Friday that's new. We have a day scheduled on Friday for you to spend half a day in the morning to work on your individual plan of study through Zello, and then we have the afternoon designated to do service projects to our school. I know that your teachers, some of them have been talking to you about these things, and I wanted to just clarify a few things for you today. Make sure you understood the why behind what it is that we're doing on Friday, and hopefully as you move forward, it will help you have a positive attitude and outlook on what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So first of all, some of you may not know this, but we are mandated by the state to do certain things in schools. And one of the things that we're mandated to do at Douglas High School and all high schools across the state is every student is responsible for creating and keeping current an individual plan of study. We do that through Zello. Now, last year it was Career Cruising. However, they've made some improvements and they've changed the name of it. They've changed the format. And so it's been designed now to look a little bit more like Instagram. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly like that, but you guys can relate to that. So hopefully it will be something that's really user-friendly, and you'll have not many problems getting through the certain pieces that you have to get done for your individual plan of study. Some of it will be things that you've done in the past, maybe just in a new format. We have to do this fairly regularly because things change. Things change for you guys, things change for what we offer. Your goals for school and career change over time, and so we have to update these individual plans of study. But the ultimate goal with these is that you have some sort of framework in mind for what you need to accomplish in school to achieve what you want to accomplish after high school. There are lots of options, of course, for post-secondary training. We have a number of students who have gone to the military. Some choose to go to four-year colleges, some choose to go to junior colleges. Many of you will choose to go to technical training, which is a great route also, and some of you will go straight to work. Regardless, it helps to know who you are, and it helps to understand some of the skills that you have, some of the personality characteristics that you have, and also some of the goals that you have to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So with the Zello in the morning, it'll be broken into 3 sessions. And so you'll be in a room with all of the students in your grade level, and there will be a lead teacher for each grade level, plus all of the other teachers that are I-class teachers for that grade level will be in there to facilitate that. During each session, you will have certain goals that you need to accomplish, and your teachers will share those with you. We are doing that this year instead of having you work on it every Monday. We just think this is a better way to accomplish the overall goal. So by the end of the morning session on Monday, you will have an independent plan of study that's up to date. And we are hoping that by doing that, nobody gets behind. I want you to remember that you will need that as you do your student-led conference this year. You're going to have to show that to your parents, and you're going to have to be able to speak to that. And it is a requirement. So if you are not here Friday morning for that, we will have to pull you into the office, pull you out of class a different day to be able to finish that. It's not going to be as easy for you if that's the case. So I strongly encourage you to be here Friday morning to do that. Then we'll go to lunch. And then in the afternoon, we have something new planned for you. And that is that we are going to do service projects for our school district. Now, some of you may have some questions about that. In fact, I know some of your teachers have shared that with you, and many of you are excited about doing something different, getting out and working with your hands and contributing to the school. But I also know there have been some complaints, and I understand that. But I want to address that with you a little bit. So your question may be, so why do we have to go out and do projects to serve our school? What's the point of that? What's the purpose? Well, there are a few goals with that. The first thing is, it's always good to give back to your school and community. And something I want to share with you is we always do a community service day at DHS. We have for many years, and we send kids out into the Wichita community to learn about nonprofit organizations, do some service for those organizations, and be able to understand what the mission of each of those organizations would be. Hopefully that will help you understand a community need, and also maybe give you some ideas for how you can help serve communities in the future. Over the years while we've done that, many of our DHS patrons and community members and even school folks have wondered why we don't spend more time in our own community to accomplish some service projects here that might be of value to our community. And so we took that feedback and we are starting with projects to serve our school, okay? So some of the things that are going to be happening, we're gonna have the entire junior class out at the baseball field, and they're gonna paint the entire outfield fence, the purple fence. We're gonna have the senior class also out at the baseball field, and they're gonna be working on painting the bottom part of the backstop and also the bleachers. We're gonna have the entire freshman class over at the elementary, and you're gonna be doing work and different projects on that campus. And then we're gonna have all of the sophomores on the middle school, high school campus right here doing multiple projects around the school. The goal is you guys are gonna start at about 12:45 on Friday afternoon, and you're gonna be done about 2:45. So for 2 hours, we are gonna work together in teams to do something to serve our school so that when you are done, you have left it better Friday than the way you found it when you got here. And that's important. That may not be important to all of you, but over time, I think you'll understand the value of that. And so I'm really hoping that you will embrace this. I'm really hoping that you will work as a team with your I-class classmates and teachers, and also your overall classmates to work to accomplish a goal. I think also these projects will help build our pride in our school and community. I think you'll be proud when you come through town from the west, or if you're going out of town towards the west, to see that you've accomplished something that's made our facilities look better. And not all of you are interested in baseball. You may not even go to games, but it's still a part of our overall facilities here in Douglas. It makes the town look more appealing when people come in. And so you will have added value to our community and also to our school district. And that's just an example. I also believe that it will create a perception with our community members and also our faculty at the elementary building and around this campus that we are a school that cares about our community and that we do want to serve our community and we do want to make it better. So we're not asking you to do a ton of work. We're asking you to do 2 hours of work that will really bring some significant value to our school district and our community. So I really hope you'll embrace that. Those of you that have complaints, I just want to address that quickly. And I understand that. I understand that it's important for you to see what you're going to get out of doing something like this, okay? And I've tried to explain that to you well. One of the things that I want to talk to you about all year long is character and building character traits and things like that. When you get into a place of employment, you're in this predicament at school even, you will be in any post-secondary institution you choose to attend or the military. A good percentage of the things that you're going to be doing at those places are going to be things that aren't necessarily things you enjoy or love, but things that are necessary in order to accomplish some goals, okay? So if you have complaints about this, I understand that. I get that, okay? But what I'm asking you to do is step back and look at the big picture. This may not be something that I would enjoy necessarily, but I need to think about the greater good. How is it helping my school? How is it helping my community? Ask yourself those questions. Maybe that will help bring some value to the project for you personally. As a character trait, being a person who complains is actually a sign of immaturity. And I don't want to dwell on the negative, but I want you to understand that, because most of the time when someone complains, they're being selfish. They're not thinking about others. They're not thinking big picture. They're thinking about, what do I get out of this? Or how is this going to be a bother to me, or those kinds of things. So I'm trying to help you guys, and your teachers are trying to help you guys work through that a little bit, because in life, having an attitude of a complainer is not going to serve you well at all. Now, enough about that side of it. The positive folks that are out there thinking, wow, this is awesome. Some of you have even said, why can't we have more time to do some of these things? And that may come in the future, but I appreciate your attitude about that. So what I'm asking you to do, students, staff, is embrace this project, realize that it has value, maybe not as much to you personally, but to the community, to the school, what it's going to do for the perception of the school when we have kids serving our community, and we're balancing that with a community service day where we send you out into the Wichita area community, I think is really going to be a good learning experience for you. So that said, I would encourage you to talk about this with your classmates. I would encourage you to talk about this with your parents. I would encourage you when you come on Friday to work hard both in the morning and in the afternoon to do something that ultimately is going to make you better. I talked to you at the beginning of the year about work ethic and about character. Everything you do on Friday is going to bring value in those two areas of your life. You may not see it yet, but I think over time you will. So I encourage you to have a great attitude about it, and I encourage you to come Friday ready to work. Now, logistical things for Friday. We still start school at 9 a.m. Lunch is going to be a little bit different because we're all going to eat together as a high school, kind of like we did on Academic Spirit Day, but it will be served by the high school kitchen. And then in the afternoon, you're going to head to your iClass classrooms with your normal iClass teachers. They're going to organize you. Then we're going to go to the areas where we're going to be doing our projects. We're going to work hard for 2 hours. Then we're going to get cleaned up, come back, and then it'll be Friday afternoon. So of course we'll have a football game at Marion that night. We've got a volleyball tournament the next morning. And so hopefully you will go home, get cleaned up, and go support your classmates as they compete for your school. So if you have any questions, please come see me, ask your iClass teachers, shoot me an email. I'll be happy to answer any of those. But again, I want to thank you in advance for all of the effort that you're going to put into Friday, and for the hard work, and for the great attitude that you're going to come with. So have a great afternoon.